Good evening for you, Jenny. Good morning for everybody in New York. Or afternoon now. 12 p.m. now. So good afternoon, everybody in the States. Aussie and Jenny, good evening to you guys across the pond. Rob, morning Rob. We're here apparently outside of Chuck Schumer, longtime New York politician. Apparently this is his residence, and a couple cops. More than a couple cops, a few cops. Cops here, cops across the street. All of these people are cops. It's gotta suck to share this place with him, because him living here brings all this madness to your house. So yeah, after this there'll be another protest and I'll be heading to Manhattan. For now, we're here. What's up, Keon? Morning. Viral Opinion, morning everybody. Morning to all. Kind of brisk. I should have put on my undergarment. I brought it in my bag. I put it on at some point. Didn't know it was gonna be this cold. Dante on Twitch. What's up, brother? Morning. Ha, it's night for me right now. Where you tuning in from? Momash. Morning, Momash. Morning. You tuning in from Iraq? Wow, appreciate that, brother. Thanks for tuning in all the way from the Middle East. It's appreciated. What was this guy, a cop? He came taking pictures. Is he a cop or a resident there? Guess he's a cop. Came behind me taking pictures. Khalil, what's up? Morning. Dante, there's a protest for, I believe he's is Chuck Schumer a senator? New York Senator Chuck Schumer. These people are calling for him to step down. Cops are so creepy, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what we're here doing today.
Stories of being impacted by the cuts that Chuck Schumer is failing to stop. That Chuck Schumer is failing to stop. We want to hear your stories. We want to hear your stories. All right. We are out here today because we are angry. We are out here today because we are angry. We are angry at Chuck Schumer. We are angry at Chuck Schumer. We are angry because he has failed us. He has failed to recognize the crisis that we are in. He has failed to recognize the crisis we are in. He has failed to develop a strategy to meet that crisis. He has failed to develop a strategy to meet that crisis. And he failed to use his most powerful tool. And he failed to use his most powerful tool to protect us, our families, our neighbors, and our communities. To protect us, our neighbors, and our communities. From Trump and Musk's cuts. From Trump and Musk's cuts. We're out here in front of his house. We're out here in front of his house. Once again to say, hey, Chuck Schumer! Hey, Chuck Schumer! For months we have been out here. Asking you to lead. Demanding that you fight for us. Begging you to protect us. Now you are talking about fighting. Now you have noticed that it's a crisis. But it's too late. You made a deal with the bullies and their billionaires. You appeased the fascists. You gave away your power. So we the people are demanding that you resign from leadership. Resign. The people say it's time.
Resign! The people say it's time! Chuck! 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 Resign! The people say it's time. Trump, resign. 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 The people say it's time.
Excuse me, sir?
Trump, resign. The people say it's time. 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 Trump, resign. The people say it's time.
Okay, we're going to do a call and response. We're going to do a call and response. I'm going to say something bad that they're doing, and you're going to say it's a crisis. Ready? When Musk shutters USAID,
It's a crisis.
when Doge closes Social Security offices,
It's a crisis.
when MAGA erases the Q and T from Stonewall,
It's a crisis.
when ICE deports people to foreign jails with no due process,
It's a crisis.
when Trump and Musk ignore court orders,
It's a crisis.
when Trump and Musk shutter the Department of Education,
It's a crisis.
when Trump's government abducts and detains green card holders,
It's a crisis.
it's a crisis.
It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis. It's a crisis.
Don't act like it! Don't act like it!
Don't act like it. Act like it.
Trump's a terrorist. Make no mistake, this is a coup.
Make no mistake, this is a coup. Make no mistake, this is a coup. Make no mistake, this is a coup. Make no mistake, this is a coup. Make no mistake, this is a coup. Make no mistake, this is a coup. Make no mistake, this is a coup. Make no mistake, this is a coup. Make no mistake, this is a coup. Make no mistake,
I'm going to make a statement, and it's going to be people's mic, so please bear with me. Many Democrats knew the CR. Was one of the few chances for the minority to leverage their power. Jeffries knew he united.
He kept House Democrats united.
But Senator Schumer had no plan.
But Senator Schumer had no plan.
Instead, he had plans for a book tour.
Instead, he had plans for a book tour.
But that was canceled.
But that was canceled.
Because Schumer's CR surrender.
Because Schumer's CR surrender.
Enraged Democrats.
Enraged Democrats.
Moderates and progressives alike.
Moderates and progressives alike.
Now Schumer defends his leadership.
Now Schumer defends his leadership.
He says he gets senators elected.
He says he gets senators elected.
But he lost Senate seats.
But he lost Senate seats.
He says he wants bipartisan solutions.
He says he wants bipartisan solutions.
So he fails to whip his caucus.
So he fails to whip his caucus.
To withhold unanimous consent.
Unanimous consent.
Or other procedures McConnell used so successfully.
Or other procedures McConnell used so successfully.
Be a son of a bitch.
Be a son of a bitch.
Be a son of a bitch. Be a son of a bitch. Be a son of a bitch. Be a son of a bitch. Be a son of a bitch. Be a son of a bitch. Be a son of a bitch. Be a son of a bitch. Be a son of a bitch. Be a son of a bitch.
Chuck, resign. We need a Democrat with spine.
Chuck, resign. We need a Democrat with spine. Chuck, resign. We need a Democrat with spine. Chuck, resign. We need a Democrat with spine. Chuck, resign. We need a Democrat with spine. Chuck, resign. We need a Democrat with spine. Chuck, resign. We need a Democrat with spine. Chuck, resign. We need a Democrat with spine. Chuck, resign. We need a Democrat with spine. Chuck, resign. We need a Democrat with spine. Chuck, resign. We need a Democrat with spine. Chuck, resign. We need a Democrat with spine.
Step down, Chuck. Step down, Chuck. Step down, Chuck.
You can't beat the moment. Step down, Chuck. You can't beat the moment. Step down, Chuck. You can't beat the moment. Step down, Chuck. You can't beat the moment. Step down, Chuck. You can't beat the moment. Step down, Chuck. You can't beat the moment. Step down, Chuck. You can't beat the moment. Step down, Chuck. You can't beat the moment. Step down, Chuck. You can't beat the moment. Step down, Chuck. You can't beat the moment. Step down, Chuck. You can't beat the moment.
My name is Chris Maisano.
My name is Chris Maisano.
I'm a member of New York City Democratic Socialists of America. I'm going to say a few words here. I'm going to try to do it without people's mic. Let's see how it goes. Okay. So in these last few weeks, I've often turned to the words and deeds of political leaders who have helped to guide our nation through some of its darkest days, in the hope of finding some guidance and some inspiration amid this awful onslaught that we face. And unsurprisingly, I find myself turning again and again to Abraham Lincoln, who helped to lead the fight against the slaveholders' rebellion and to save our republic from ruin. But the words that resonate the most with me are not the really famous ones from the Gettysburg Address or his second inaugural. It's from a really obscure speech he gave when he was 28 in 1838. And it was called The Perpetuation of Our Political Institutions. and it addressed the spread of lawlessness and violence that slavery supporters were bringing onto the nation at that time. So Lincoln asked his audience, this is his words, "At what point shall we expect the approach of danger? Shall we expect some transatlantic military giant to step the ocean and crush us at a blow? Never! All the armies of Europe, Asia, and Africa combined, with all the treasure of the earth in their military chests, with a Bonaparte for a commander, could not by force take a drink from the Ohio or make a track on the Blue Ridge in the trial of 1,000 years. If we ever reach this point, it must spring up amongst us. It cannot come from abroad. If destruction be our lot, we must ourselves be its author and finisher. As a nation of free men, we must live through all time or die by suicide." That's the end of the quote. Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and all the rest of them are doing their worst to make Lincoln's fears all too real. But they're not the only ones who bear responsibility for putting this country on the road to destruction. Oh no! That responsibility is very widely shared. It rests with the leaders of Columbia University who just bent the knee to Trump. It rests with the law firm Paul Weiss that just did the same thing. It rests with our news media, which is woefully failing to educate and transmit the threat to our republic that is going on to the people right now. And it rests with our so-called political leaders, including the one that lives across the street.
That's right!
For decades, Chuck Schumer and too many members of both parties have allowed people like Donald Trump and Elon Musk to amass unbelievable quantities of wealth and power.
That's
Enough
right!
to put our rights, our freedoms, and our very birthright as a people to self-government in moral danger.
Yeah.
I don't know where all of this is going to lead. I don't know if we're going to succeed in defeating this band of gangsters and bigots. But what I do know is that we cannot win. We cannot win without people like Chuck Schumer in positions of leadership.
Yeah.
That's right!
He is out of step and he is out of time. There is no going back to business as usual, and he is the embodiment of business as usual.
That's right!
Elaborate.
That's right. We need a new generation of leaders who understand the stakes and are fit for the extraordinary times we live in.
Yep.
Those leaders are going to be forged in this fight. They're out here, right now.
That's
And
right!
they are not going to take their cues from an imaginary couple who lives on Long Island. No offense to Long Island. If we do succeed, we can't just slap a new coat of paint on the house and call it a day. The foundation is cracked. The roof is shot. There's termites infesting the walls. The house we live in needs a gut renovation.
Yep.
A radical reconstruction, to coin a phrase.
Yep.
Never again can any one person be allowed to amass the kind of wealth and power that Donald Trump and Elon Musk have converted into such terribly destructive power.
That's right!
The money power, like the slave power before it, must be vanquished if democracy is to survive.
Yep.
That's right!
It is impossible that any practical equality of rights can exist. The great abolitionist Thaddeus Stevens explained when he was laying out his vision for Reconstruction, where a few thousand people monopolize the whole landed property. He said, for how can Republican institutions, free schools, free churches, free social intercourse exist in a mingled community of nabobs and serfs? It cannot.
That's right!
Chuck Schumer has no interest in taking up that fight, and that is why he must go. And friends, I have no doubt in my mind that he will go.
Yeah.
Your time is up, Chuck!
Your time is up, Chuck! Your time is up, Chuck! Your time is up, Chuck! Your time is up, Chuck! Your time is up, Chuck! Your time is up, Chuck! Your time is up, Chuck! Your time is up, Chuck! Your time is up, Chuck! Your time is up, Chuck! Your time is up, Chuck! Your time is up, Chuck! Your time is up, Chuck! Your time is up, Chuck! Your time is up, Chuck! Your time is up, Chuck! Your time is up, Chuck! Your time is up, Chuck! Your time is up, Chuck! Your time is up, Chuck! Your time is up, Chuck! Your time is up, Chuck! Your time is up, Chuck!
Step down.
My name is Brian E. Romer.
My name is Brian E. Romer.
I'm with Indivisible Brooklyn.
I'm with Indivisible Brooklyn.
This is Jenny Spector with Indivisible Brooklyn.
This is Jenny Spector with Indivisible Brooklyn.
And Lee Crawford with Indivisible Brooklyn.
And Lee Crawford with Indivisible Brooklyn.
And Jenny's gonna talk. Thank you. Jenny is going to talk.
Jenny is going to talk
About the impact
about the impact
of the cuts.
of the cuts.
And after that, we invite those of you
We invite those of you
who have experienced personal impact
Who have experienced personal impact
from the cuts and the executive orders
from the cuts and the executive orders
to share your stories.
to share your stories.
Thank you everyone for being here.
Thank you everyone for being here.
You know, we can help to lead this, but we can't do it without you. So it's really wonderful to see so many people here. And really, you know, we can only do this together. So in my day job, where I get paid for this, I'm a social worker, and I work now in a program that is for people they're all Medicaid recipients, and they receive long-term home care services, and I make visits to their homes. So clearly, every one of my, I call them participants because they are participating in their care, is going to be gravely impacted if there are cuts in Medicaid, which we definitely see are going to come in some form. And that's pretty terrifying, right? It's terrifying for me as a person who is trying to get them the best services that we can. And it's terrifying for them. I have a number of clients, but there's one that I visited just earlier last week who has very advanced dementia, is bedbound. She relies on a caregiver 24 hours a day. And I only got to talk to her caregiver when I was there visiting because she was sleeping and she's not going to, with her dementia, give me very accurate information. So I was talking to a caregiver who has been with her for 6 years. And you could just tell that this caregiver really loves working with her. Despite that, it's probably pretty limited, the sort of deep interactions that they might be able to have. But just the way that she looks at her, or it was really meaningful, like seeing this relationship that they have developed for 6 years. But my participant, Mary, she will not survive, right? It's just like there's that. She will not survive if her Medicaid is cut, right? She will not have a caregiver to take care of her. She doesn't have family members who live with her. She has family members who are involved and caring in her life, but they do not live with her. She will die, right? And there's many other, I have a couple hundred clients. Many of them will be in the same boat. They get wonderful services through our program. They can come in to myself at one point, right, when I didn't have a job. So it's not, it's not only very, people who call low income, right, who rely on Medicaid. We all rely on these safety net programs. Right.
Yeah. Or someone else.
This is such a critical moment, right? We have this moment, and then we're going to be moving into a budget. They're going to be negotiating a budget, and we have to keep up the pressure, right? As that happens. That's right. And prolong that process as much as we can, that budget negotiation process, so that we can try to get as much of what we want. Because the more pressure that we put in general on Democrats, but then across the country on Republican leaders, the more that we will be able to get what we want, or at least for them to be able to cut back on the major cuts that they. That's not the right way to say it. To reduce the cuts that they are planning. Protect us, right? And to protect all of us.
Yeah. Democracy is on the line. Chuck Schumer must resign.
Democracy is on the line. Chuck Schumer must resign.
Democracy is on the line.
Chuck Schumer must resign. Democracy is on the line. Chuck Schumer must resign. Democracy is on the line. Chuck Schumer must resign. Democracy is on the line. Chuck Schumer must resign. Democracy is on the line. Chuck Schumer must resign. Democracy is on the line. Chuck Schumer must resign. Democracy is on the line. Chuck Schumer must resign. Democracy is on the line. Chuck Schumer must resign. Democracy is on the line. Chuck Schumer must resign. Democracy is on the line. Chuck Schumer must resign. Democracy is on the line. Chuck Schumer must resign. Democracy is on the line. Chuck Schumer must resign. Democracy is on the line. Chuck Schumer must resign.
Mike Jack.
Is there anyone who would like to share
The story
of how these cuts have impacted them?
of how these cuts have impacted them.
We got a hand over there.
Hi. I'm Ian Gillen. I'm a public school teacher. I work I don't think everyone here.
Trust the teacher.
I am a public school teacher in Sunset Park. The Trump administration is coming for trans kids. They are coming for immigrant kids. These are my kids. Schumer is doing nothing to protect them. This is the first two groups they're coming for. They have already cut funding in homeless shelters
Most of the people here
are under the age of 65.
which thank God is terrific.
Because I've been going to demonstrations for like 60 years. Sign over here that says we need a wartime consigliere. I see the sign over here that says we need a wartime consigliere. I woke up this morning thinking. Chuck Schumer, stop channeling Chamberlain.
Chuck Schumer, stop channeling Chamberlain.
We need a fighter now. Like Bernie or AOC. Is something for people who are old. 22% of the people in New York State are old and poor. 22%
The people in New York State are old and poor.
And they get Medicaid. They also get Medicare.
They also get Medicare.
And if they're lucky, they get Social Security.
And if they're lucky, they get Social Security.
So do I.
So do I.
And my friend over there who's 87.
And my friend over there who's 87.
They're coming for Medicare and Social Security.
They're coming for Medicaid. They're coming for Medicare and Social Security.
This will impoverish
About
60 million people in this country.
About 60 million people in this country.
We get up every day and we check to see our bank account.
We get up every day to check to see our bank accounts.
Is that Social Security check still coming in?
Is that Social Security check still coming in?
Are we going to lose our health care?
Are we going to lose our health care?
This will affect your parents.
This will affect your parents.
So that's about all I have to say. We have to fight.
Fight, Chuck, fight! 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 Resign! 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 Resign!
Democracy in, Schumer out!
Democracy in! Schumer out! Democracy in! Schumer out! Democracy in! Schumer out! Democracy in! Schumer out! Democracy in! Schumer out! Democracy in! Schumer out! Democracy in! Schumer out! Democracy in! Schumer out! Democracy in! Schumer out! Democracy in! Schumer out! Democracy in! Schumer out! Democracy in! Schumer out! Democracy in! Schumer out! Democracy in! Schumer out! Democracy in! Schumer out! Democracy in! Schumer out!
Fight check! We have time!
We
have time
For one more speaker!
for one more speaker.
If there's someone else
If there's someone else
who wants to share their story!
who wants to share their story.
Anyone else?
Anyone else?
Yeah.
had to have a procedure right before losing her health care insurance.
A procedure right before losing her health insurance.
Now, we knew this was coming from November.
We knew this was coming from November.
Because you have to be an idiot not to believe that Trump was going to enact Project 2025.
Because you have to be an idiot to believe Project 2025.
But the worst thing of all has been hearing that the case she was building against a major corporation, which was using its leverage to exploit low-income Americans, has been dismissed. And the question I want to ask to Elon Musk and his Doge bros, what do you think you're doing? What is the United States? Other than its government. Other than the people. Who make up that government. And the citizens. That the government protects. In demolishing our federal government. They are demolishing the states themselves. What are we? If they take that away? What is left?
Corporate oligarchy.
That's right. And so I hope that we will find in solidarity to fight back against this. To resist their efforts. To pick one piece after another. To take our government apart. And to take apart the people. That make up that government. That make up this country. As they pick one group. And then the next. Slice by slice. Piece by piece. Pulling apart the bonds that make us together strong.
Don't give in to hate and fear. Chuck Schumer, grow a pair. Don't give in to hate and fear. Chuck Schumer, grow a pair. Don't give in to hate and fear. Chuck Schumer, grow a pair.
Don't give in to hate and fear. Chuck Schumer, grow a pair.
Mic check. We are here to tell Chuck Schumer what we need. We are here. We have heard the stakes. We have heard about the older people who are going to lose their home health care and die alone in their homes.
We have heard about the older people who
two members of the House of Representatives
said they had no confidence in Chuck as leader.
said they had no confidence in Chuck as leader.
Just the other day, Senator Bennett from Colorado
Just the other day, Senator Bennett from Colorado
said there's a question about the leadership of the Senate.
said there's a question about the leadership of the Senate.
This conversation is not over.
This conversation is not over.
Chuck Schumer needs to step down.
Chuck Schumer needs to step down.
We will be back here again as we have been.
We will be back here again as we have been.
To tell Chuck Schumer.
To tell Chuck Schumer. To tell Chuck Schumer we need a new leader. 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 We need a new
Thanks for coming, everyone. Indivisible Brooklyn. Sign up for our weekly email. And we're going to close this out. By saying, we'll be back.
We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back.
Schumer doesn't represent the present or the future.
Schumer doesn't represent the present or the future. Schumer doesn't represent the present or the future.
Schumer doesn't represent the present or the future.
Schumer doesn't represent the present or the future.
Schumer doesn't represent the present or the future. Schumer doesn't represent the present or the future.
The next protest is in like 3 hours. That one is probably going to be much, much bigger than this one. So stay tuned. Hit the notification bell, turn it on. Sub up. Hit the like button, all that good stuff. Lunch break. Trying to eat one time a day, so try to hold off till later. Screen recording me. Nah. Nah, I'm here. I'm here in the woods. Yeah, it's kind of cold today, actually. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm just doing that. I want to do it for like a month. Slim down. This guy's coming out the bush behind me. The hell is going on? Protesters coming out the bushes. What the hell's going on? What the hell are you doing? Why would he come right behind me? People are so weird. Let me get out of here. You don't come up behind another man in the woods. Cheeky Chop said they're spawning. Bro, why would you come directly behind me out of the woods? He didn't look dangerous, it was just strange. I guess he wanted to perfectly place that sign right there. What does it say? Hey Chuck, read the room. Fight like a... Go AOC. Oh, he said, hey Chuck, read the room. Fight like a blank. Go AOC. So I guess they want AOC. But I'm gonna get out of here. It's over. There's the cop who took my picture. He left. I think I'm gonna head out. Hope to catch some of more of your streams. Be safe, have a good day. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Thanks for the live, dude. I'll be live again in about 2 hours. Gonna head to a different protest in Manhattan.
There's another protest in Manhattan?
Yes, Union Square.
Today?
Yeah, I believe for Khalil.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What time? 2 or 3? 4? Thank you very much.
So yeah, we're just outside Prospect Park. Hope everybody's having a good day so far. The hell kind of horn was that? Oh, that's the famous, I think that's like the biggest library in New York, right? I've never been there. I only seen it in pictures. So this is that big library, right? How's it going? It's going good. Can't complain. Got my coffee, my water. That's their alert horn. What the cop did was illegal. That horn he just bumped, right? What is he giving me, the middle finger? How you doing, brother? You having a good day?
That's not no fun for nobody.
Sorry, brother. That's their alert, huh? Like anybody was thinking about that guy, man. Yep, he was using the horn for your camera. The cop? I thought he was blowing out. I don't know what was going on. I thought he was blowing his horn at the people on the road. I don't know. And I couldn't tell which car was a cop car. I just heard the weird horn.
If you're making all this effort and don't include me, then I shouldn't be included, you know?
I forgot which way I came from. Was it that way? No, I see the train over there. I've never been over here before. Or at least not recently. Maybe as a child. My mother might have brought me out here, but in recent memory, can't really remember being around here. Ever. When I get on the train, at least I could put on my garment. My undergarment, so I'm not freezing. Take the train to Smith, 9th, and Hochul. Starts to wait. Nobody likes the train in New York, bro. Like, how do we pay all this money for the train and it's skipping? But we're good for now.
Train to Wakefield at 241st
Isn't our train so nice and clean for the beautiful, beautiful price of $3? You could get pushed down here in front of a train for $3. You could get lit on fire. You could get robbed, mugged. And if you defend yourself, you could wind up like Daniel Penny on trial, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to prove your innocence. This is what you pay for $3. Should take a piss right here in this low-life fucking MTA tunnel. What's up, everybody? Benito, Rob, Cheeky Chops, Hertha, Rob, Darren. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon at this point. Money 420, what's up?
There is a free train to Newyork Avenue, 4 minutes away.
Oh my God. Who you guys got winning the college football tournament? Who's gonna win this year? Anybody got any ideas? Who's gonna be the two teams to go to the chip? Any college football fans in here? Where's
There is a Manhattan-bound local free train to Harlem, 148th Street, 8 minutes away.
Dude, how does it take the train so long to come, bro? Literally doesn't make any sense. This is why it's just better to hop the train. Like, I wouldn't feel so annoyed that I'm sitting here for no reason, like a moron.
Doors on 3, train to Newyork Avenue, approaching the station. Please stand away from the platform edge.
I shouldn't have to pay for mediocrity.
Local 2, train to Wakefield 241st Street, approaching the station. Please stand away from the platform edge.
Ladies and gents, that is all for now. I'll be back on a little bit later, around like 3. Look out for me. I appreciate you guys. At 3 o'clock.